This is how I cast on. So I do a loop around my finger and I stitch under it. This is what I call making a pretzel. So once I've got the pretzel on my finger, I'm ready to start nail binding. Now, on the next stitch, I'm going to run out of thread. So what I want to do is just take that stitch and allow it to run out. So that worked out well. A short piece of thread is sticking out on the top of my thumb right here. So the next thing is I want to put on my next piece of thread. Now I'm going to use a different color just so you can see how I do it. Normally I would just keep on going with the same color of thread, but instead of tying a knot to put my new yarn on, I'm going to use what I call lazy join. So with lazy join, I'm going to be pulling the thread through the back of the fabric, and I'm just going to hide my stitches inside the fabric. So, okay, I don't know if you can see that, but I've got the needle poked through quite a few stitches on the back, and I'm going to pull until the end of the yarn disappears inside the fabric. So with the purple, you can see it pretty well. It's sliding through the stitches I've already made. But if it was the same color, you probably wouldn't really see it at all. So you're going to pull until the tail end just disappears inside the stitches you've already made. You're going to go ahead, try to get your nail binding back in position where you had it. So let me see. I've got 2 loops on my thumb, and I've got my loop in the back that I'm going to be looking for. And then I'm just going to keep going. In my previous video, I had a little clock pointed to 4 o'clock because the tail of the previous yarn, the old yarn, is pointed towards 4, if you were to imagine a clock right in front of me. So now it's stitch as before, one from the front, one from the back, turn left and go under everything. And pull my new stitch into place. I'm using a cotton yarn because lazy join is particularly good for cotton and synthetic yarns. So the new stitch is right where it's supposed to be. The previous tail is going to keep to this position. I'm putting it right here so it can disappear under the other stitches that I've already made. So I'll do a few more stitches and you'll see how the tail disappears. And that's it. That's pretty much all there is to lazy join. The idea is to join a new piece of yarn on without knots and without felting. So you just, it's like an embroidery type thing. You just hide the end of the new piece of yarn inside your previous work. The thread that I wanted to hide inside the fabric can be in the back, or it can be along the top edge of the previous stitches. So I often use the top edge, but it can be a little bit more confusing that way. So you see, you just pull it through any place that it'll hide. And you can make it, if you're a little bit neater than I am, you can make a very clean connection between the one yarn and the next one. And we're done.